DA. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Raptors, the season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Now here's Van Vliet. Passes to Siakam. Left side Lowry. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 2. Powell pulls it in. A live body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
Now, here's Lowry. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Porzingis against Lowry. Here's Anunoby. From outside, off the mark. Dallas with the ball. Brunson scanning the floor. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. First quarter, just over a minute played.
Well, there's tremendous defensive versatility with Pascal Siakam. He's got reach, he's got length, he's got timing, and he's got quickness.
The shot by Lowry, no good. Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet, and that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Siakam against Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. And the 3-ball is good.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
First free throw is good. That one misses.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Well, who doesn't like fast break basketball? They're on the 2K Sports leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA with the teams who have scored the most points in transition this season. Number 1, the Raptors.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
Here's Lowry. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Lowry just says, listen, I got this. He is so confident off the dribble. Those pull-up jumpers are money.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. Lowry covering. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Now here is Hardaway. He's tightly guarded. Toronto leading by 4. Lets a floater go. Count that one from Van Vliet. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the 76ers. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Brunson. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number 1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Now here's Brunson, covered by Van Vliet. And here's Brunson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. From deep three-point range, Siakam pulls it in. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Here's Anunoby. Against Washington, he was really on his game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Hardaway, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact. Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
And he knocks down the first one. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, the absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such an integral part of the success over the course of a long season. This is the point when you start to lose games, you can sort of break apart and splinter, and that is where that veteran leadership in the locker room, just to keep everybody unified, can be so critical.
Here's Brunson after the Raptors pick up 2. Powell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway from outside. He can't get it to go. And Toronto will come the other way.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Passes it to Powell. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Mavericks trailed by 11. Now Brunson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Dallas again missing. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 14-3 run. Powell with it. Hardaway picks him up. That's tipped. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dallas. Powell against Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's Siakam. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Anunoby. The pass to Ibaka. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 13th in steals, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Toronto. And then for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Hardaway. Now here's Wright. 8 points his last outing. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, Kevin, how about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
And here is Siakam. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt at 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Fred VanVleet.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
Powell against Curry. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Now here's Wright. They trail by 9 points. Lee outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, just no reason Lee should be left to shoot open shots from there. He's a remarkable long-distance shooter.
Pass to McCaw. Toronto working the ball around now. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Over Jackson. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And Wright kicks to Kleba. Curry outside. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors leading by 6. Here's McCaw. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Pulls from the top of the key. That one a little long. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
And here are the Raptors now. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Boucher. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 4. Outside Curry. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Jackson against Siakam. Fade away. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
This is an important part of Pascal Siakam's game. Get into your mid-range, catch your rhythm.
And Wright kicks to Kleba. Curry against Powell. The tray. That shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
It's hard for them to cut into this lead when he's firing zeros. All period, he's been so cold.
Hollis-Jefferson passes to McCaw. Passes it to Boucher. From deep. Raptors get it back. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Floats one. The shot by Powell, no good.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Curry. Here's Jackson. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Toronto leading by 6. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Siakam. Here's Boucher. Good work there as it goes.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis-Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Curry against Powell. Curry kicks to Wright. From past the arc. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Siakam with it. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Siakam hits them both. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Raptors. They're up by 10. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got McCaw, Lowry out there with Davis, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors had been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
Lee outside. Outside Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Jacks up a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. And then focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry. And it turned into results, the ultimate results in June.
Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Well, this is an experienced shooter in these situations. Even when Seth Curry is under pressure, he's able to keep his calm and cool.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Knocked loose. Here's Lowry. Up and in on the layup. Lowry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Right outside. Curry on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. The shot by Curry, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Davis, the pass to Lowry. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Right, looking around. Outside Curry. Lowry with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Davis gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Dallas. It's a 13-point game. Right outside. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Out to Lee from deep. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. Feels great to make somebody feel good.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. OG Anunoby comes in for Patrick McCaw.
And you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris, it's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance. There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then, emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
And that one misses.
And every year, it seems to me, Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. And he's good on the second.
And you look at the Mavericks' numbers last season, the need for shooting is obvious.
And I think, Greg, what's shocking is poor shooting is not something you have historically associated with the Mavs. But when you look at it through last season, they took a high rate of threes and a high rate of free throws. And yet, both of those percentages were poor. That's an area for improvement this season.
And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Ibaka.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively, he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Ibaka hits both of them. And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. 6th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. VanVleet. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the wing right side. Brunson finds Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
The first free throw is good. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back three will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Now, here is Lowry. A 26-point game for him in the win against Washington. Here's Anunoby. It's a floater, and the shot goes in. Anunoby's got 5 points so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Back to Hardaway. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Over Brunson. That one wide left. Mavericks trailed by 14. Outside Hardaway. The pass to Finney-Smith. No good on the three. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Brunson with it, picked up by Davis. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now here's Brunson.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Pass to Davis. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Davis has got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Hardaway from outside. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch and shoot situations.
Van Vliet looking around. And it's Lowry penetrating. Can't get it to fall.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Now Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Toronto leading by 12. Outside Lowry. Ibaka outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ibaka's got 5 points so far. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's the lob to the hoop, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. 5th, the Raptors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
And the Mavericks with possession here after the missed 3 from Serge Ibaka. Porzingis is doubled. Down low, here's Brunson, and he converts the layup. And Toronto has possession. 13-point lead. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby, and Norman Powell subbed in for Davis. Siakam finds Powell. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
Shots.
The first one falls. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Good.
Give him another. This guy may not be the tallest or most athletic, but Kyle Lowry can find ways to score.
Now here's Brunson. Passes to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Powell. 6 to shoot. Here's Finney-Smith. From deep three-point range, Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
Dallas calls timeout.
I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
And Toronto making a change here. McCaw's checked in, and a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. And that one's good. Wright. And Kyle Lowry, Doris, never shy about contact.
You're right, Kevin. Never shy on either end, offensively or defensively. Kyle Lowry will get into you. He is the tone setter with his physicality and his effort level.
Here is Lowry. The Mavericks making the shot. Over Wright. Kleber with the rebound. 1:09 left in the first half. Wright against Lowry. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. McCaw kicks to Powell. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only one triple for him tonight.
Knocked away. Jackson dishes to Lee. Pass to Kleber. Lee outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Lowry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Launches a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Kleber's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Jackson. Kicks to Wright. Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Raptors lead by 14. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They lead by 14. Kenny?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred VanVleet, never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. VanVleet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred VanVleet will deliver.
First free throw is good. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The Toronto Raptors 2 summers ago making bold moves. Think about it. You trade away a franchise cornerstone in DeMar DeRozan. You fire Dwayne Casey in his Coach of the Year season. But it paid off in a huge way.
And the front office in Toronto, Doris, took a lot of heat for those changes you were just talking about.
Kev, their point guard Kyle Lowry wouldn't even talk to the president for much of the season. But the feeling was, from the management, in order for this team to break through, changes had to be made.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
And he sinks the second. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Ibaka right side. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Finney Smith passes to Powell. Yep, that one goes.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. Rebounded by Hardaway.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the pass to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Takes the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. To the middle. Here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one. Mavericks trail by 15. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Porzingis finds Brunson. With some arc, he lays it in. Brunson's got 6.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And here is VanVleet. He's got 6. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Brunson kicks to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith, and no good. Good D by Siakam. Van Vliet with it. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Pass to Powell. The shot will not fall, so the Raptors will take it the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Back to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. And the Raptors miss again.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Brunson, good.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 13. Here's Anunoby. Elbow shot. And again, Toronto no luck. Mavericks trailed by 11. Now Hardaway. He's got 12. Pass to Finney-Smith. Fires the three. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Finney-Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Siakam. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far. Some changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for OG Anunoby. And Dallas also making a switch. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks trailed by 11. Curry passes to Powell. Now Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Another three for Dallas.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Now here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him.
How about the effort from Seth Curry? If he's blocking shots, wow, what a lift for his guys.
A three from Porzingis. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Van Vliet's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Davis puts it in.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. They trail by 7. Curry finds Wright. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wright's got 9 points.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Passes it to Powell. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots over Curry. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Dallas with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
And so here is Dallas after the Raptors pick up 2. Pass to Wright. To the paint. Here's Powell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Davis. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks trail by 5. Wright, the pass to Curry. Fires for 3. No good from Lee. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now here's Powell. 5 points in the game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
We have seen Pascal Siakam's confidence improve dramatically. This guy is becoming a problem as a scorer.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
And the first one drops.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Siakam hits them both.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Curry dishes to Wright. Pass to Kleba. Now here's Lee. He's guarded closely. From deep. Siakam pulls it in.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Passes to Boucher. Back to Siakam. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball. Siakam's got 8 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the three-point shooting looking better and better. The hard work of Pascal Siakam paying off.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Mavericks. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a nice story, but now the real work begins, getting themselves primed for a deep push into the playoffs.
Now here's Wright. He's got 9. Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. 5th, the Raptors.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Free throw drops for Wright. And so Wright nails both of them. Toronto leading by 8. And here is Powell. He has 5. Here's Boucher. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Curry. He drains the quick shot. Curry's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, as reliable as it gets from the mid-range. Seth Curry very good at finding those opportunities in those spaces.
Got a piece of it. And now here comes Wright leading the break. He gets that one. And now it's just a 4-point Raptor lead.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleber with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
Oh, trying for it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Wright. Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Now here's Wright. He's got 13. 5 on the clock. Got a hand on it. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Hits it from 3-point range. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And Wright kicks to lead. Poked away. Outside Curry. Outside Jackson. There's the pass to Kleber. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kleber's got his first points of the game. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Powell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Pascal Siakam. The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Right outside. Pass to Kleber. Dishes to Curry. Jackson from long range. Here we go. All alone. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Here's Curry. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lowry and Powell, the guards. McCaw is out there with Anunoby. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Three-pointer, Lowry, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
I'll tell you what, shoot it from the other side of the bridge, Kyle Lowry. How about that range, Kevin?
Wow, unbelievable. Right against Powell. Here's the teardrop. The shot, no good. Ibaka with some nice D. Now here's Powell, guarded by Wright. The fadeaway. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Here's Kleba, and the layup is good.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Toronto leading by 9. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
The free throw drops for Powell. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Lee. Hardaway comes in for Curry. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. He's perfect from the line this time. Brunson with it. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Van Vliet. To the inside. Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 9 points here in the second half. Mavericks trail by 13. Now, Brunson. And the jumper is on the mark. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now here is Lowry, guarded closer. Porzingis with the steal. All going up court. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, 2 things there, guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., the power, the concentration, refuses to be stopped when he wants to score.
One shot.
Hardaway no good on the free throw line.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Brunson, no good. Toronto leading by 11. Lowry feeling it out a bit. And it's in there. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Runs in the pass to Finney-Smith. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Pushing it up. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. It's stolen by Lowry. Pass to Powell. Over Porzingis. Again, Toronto.
Well, the more Norman Powell makes these shots, the more confidence he gains, the more of a problem he becomes.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Now here's Brunson. Now recovering. Brunson, good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
Here's Brunson. Passes it to Porzingis. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Mavericks trail by 16. Right wing. Now here's Brunson. Guarded by Powell. Porzingis passes to Brunson. 4 on the shot clock. Powell for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Listen, what we know is this guy is a good finisher, and Powell now trying to extend that range, make people respect him out beyond the arc.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Siakam is checked in for Norman Powell. Now here is Hardaway. And here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. A floater. And a wide open look for Siakam. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. Mavericks trail by 16. Runs in the pass to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Siakam, good.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Dallas calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kyle Lowry.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. The pass to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. Outside Hardaway. Buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got 20 points.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Outside Lowry. Porzingis with the block. And here's the break. Brunson with it. Lowry picks him up. Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Van Vliet's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside, Hardaway with the steal. One-on-one fast break.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Siakam, good.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Brunson with it. He dishes it to Hardaway. Lays it up and banks it in. Hardaway has got 9 points in the quarter. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Six on the shot clock. The shot, no good.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Porzingis. The dish to Powell. A Bucket is good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Pass to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Off target with his three. Mavericks trailed by 11. Now Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Brunson. The three. Offensive rebound. Here's Hardaway. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Fast break. Here we go. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 19 points.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Pass to Porzingis. Good D by Siakam. Toronto leading by 14. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I'll tell you, OG Anunoby showing you what could happen if he puts it all together. Doing work, OG.
Thompson with it. Lowry picks him up. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Now the pass to Lowry. His three-pointers off the mark.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Now here's Brunson. Now recovering. High arcing shot. .112 left in the game. Ibaka outside. 5 to shoot. Back to Lowry. Shoots the three. The Mavericks pull it in.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Toronto.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Kyle Lowry.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
So he gets them both. Toronto with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Pass to Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Now here is Lowry. He's guarded closely. Ibaka outside. Here's Anunoby. Guarded by Porzingis. Lets it go with a three. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyle. Looked like the defense really got it done for you tonight.
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple days of practice.
That's been your identity as a team for a while. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.